This is Adam Lane with Pocketnow.com, and this is our hardware tour of the AT&T Fuze from HTC. Now, the front of it looks a lot like Diamond, the HTC Diamond. We have some very flat buttons here. You can see some icons there. A circular action button. Each corner of these is a button, but it's very flat and difficult to feel with your fingers if you're not looking. At the top, we have the power button. It's plasticky and it has an icon on it. On the right side, there's pretty much nothing except for a stylus slot. And this is a magnetic stylus. We put it in right. Bottom is the extended HTC USB port, mini USB. That will function as both charging sync port and audio out, as well as TV out. In this case, here's your microphone. Over here we have some volume buttons and a push to talk button. That's new on the Fuze. This is the Touch Pro does not have this push to talk button, and it's actually a different material. It's kind of a rubbery plastic, whereas these are shiny plastic. On the back we have our faceted, nice looking diamond-ish back. It's gloss black, so we get fingerprints all over it. And here's our camera with a LED flash, which is not too great. And there's a speaker grill, very tiny, the HTC logo. And there's your lanyard hole. You can open the back. Here's your SIM card slot and a large battery. That's great. And there's a micro SD card slot over there. And we can slide it open for a keyboard. We have LED lights there to indicate caps or function buttons being on. So if I turn function, it turns the light on. If I do shift, it does caps. And something you'll notice that's different from the Touch Pro on the Fuze is the keyboard layout. We still have 5 rows of keys, but instead of the numbers being up here all in one row, we have them here in a number pad fashion. Now you have to press the function button to get to the numbers, but it's actually, I think, a lot easier to type numbers this way because they're all in one place. I can do everything with my thumb. Whereas up here, I would have to go 2 thumbs, and I'd have to travel a long distance to do these different numbers. So, for me, I think that's a better layout for the numbers. And what else is good from the Touch Pro, better than the Touch Pro, is we have a start menu that we can open right away. I can press keyboard shortcuts and navigate that way. And there's also an OK button down here, which means I can close things very easily without having to touch the screen. What else is missing is soft keys. I have to go all the way up here with my thumb to press that soft key, and I have to look at the screen to do it. This one's not so bad. So let's look at how this compares to some of the other devices out here. First, the one that it replaces, the Tilt, also known as the Kaiser or the Titan 2. You can see it's a little bit shorter, a little bit narrower, slightly, and just about the same thickness. So it's slightly smaller and all that, but we're missing some things that we would like to see in the Kaiser. that haven't made it to the fuse. We'll talk about those things later. Here's the G1. See, it's a lot shorter, about a little bit thicker, if you don't count the chin. And a little bit narrower on the width. We have the Trio 800W. The fuse is slightly shorter, a little bit narrower. The fuse is almost the same thickness. Okay. And then its close relative, the diamond, is practically the same size, width and height wise, that is. When we look at the thickness, the fuse is almost twice. Almost double the thickness. That's pretty big. So there's our hardware tour for the fuse.